So, summer, yeah? Do you smoke weed? Sure. What about smoke? Sure. Cool. Here's a joint to smoke. Thanks. But aren't you supposed to teach me? Yeah, I am teaching you. Oh, okay, cool. I'm teaching you my way. Fair enough then, cool. And sure I smoke weed and smoke? Cool. What are you basically? Oh, I am the son of the devil. Cool. What are you pretty much? I am the child of the darkness. What is that pretty much? It's a beautiful girl, it's a beautiful teenager, right? Yeah, and as soon as a human look at me, they go into a trance basically, and kill any male that's near them. Even their friends, they will kill each other basically to prove the dominance of me. You know, stuff like that. Nice. I know. I'm cursed with that. Let's smoke some weed. Done.
Before all this happened, or it was just a sudden meetup and they decided to get married in such a short time.
Can we fuck
I
up this?
suspected that my mother was already having an affair with this boxer guy who was way younger than my mother, and she just planned everything to get away from my dad. I suspected that my mother planted a girl in his life and made her sleep with my dad so that she could catch him red-handed. Because of this doubt that I had in my mind, I believed that my mother and I were not as close as we used to be. So when my mother married this boxer guy, we instantly moved in with him.
Seriously?
He had a big house, a house that was not less than a mansion. He was rich and famous, and I always wondered how my mom got him.
I know.
Oh, I forgot to tell you something. Let's go back a little bit. I had already made up my mind that I would separate my mom from this guy as well. After what she did to my real father, I was at odds with my mother.
Yeah.
But when I met this guy for the first time, I thought he was a playboy.
Remember
but when I went to live with him, I saw him shirtless several times, and I fell for him. That was not a conscious thought, but deep down, I liked him.
Okay.
My real purpose was to make them hate each other. Whenever I heard them having a good time in their bed, I would knock on the door to break their mood and made them really angry at me. My mother loved me a lot, and that's why she could never let him shout at me.
Do you want to go out?
My plan was just to make him so angry that he would shout at me and my mother would take a stand.
Love you, daughter.
I repeated this several times, and I broke their moments of love often. One day, I was about to knock on the door when they were having a good time. I accidentally pushed the door a bit, and I saw his... Yes, you know what I saw there.
Dick.
I wanted to feel that, and after that day, my unconscious thought became conscious. Now I wanted him to break their relation for myself. My older purpose and the new became one. Now it was time to change the plan. I started to attract him with my body. My mother was aged and my flesh was fresh. He was way younger than my mother, closer to my age. One day, my mother was out, so I thought I should show him what I have and what I want from him. He was watching TV and I shouted, "Help! I'm stuck! Mother! Mother!" It was just a plan to attract him towards me. I was naked in my washroom and I made it look like I was stuck in the washroom.
You're welcome, daughter.
He came running and he saw me. He did not close his eyes, but he looked at me the way a wild lion looks at a deer. I could see it in his eyes, and he wanted it. "Help me," I said. He came and grabbed my arm. I rubbed my body with him to arouse him. He was seduced, but he controlled himself and he went out. I knew that after this, he would be thinking about his body even in bed with my mother.
Can I nod on you?
The relationship was damaged
Yes,
now,
Daddy.
and he stopped making
Can
love to my
baby
mother after
daddy.
that. He started to
Down
treat me
baby
differently
daughter.
and with more love. He would do good things for me. I kept doing this with him until he was after
Can you
me, and
choke
my
me?
mother was feeling this change in his behavior with her.
While we
They started
fucking
to fight more often, and I was happy that they were
baby
about to
daughter.
get separated.
Thanks
My mother
every
started working
day.
at a mart even
You're
after the
welcome.
rich
Love
husband,
you.
and he did not
Love
like
you
it.
too.
More and more fights each week, and one day it finally happened. They got separated, and my mission was accomplished. But I wanted him too. Being away from him was not going to work for me now. I wanted to feel what he made my mother feel. I'm sure that he was good in bed with her. I wanted the same thing, but I was afraid that he might reject my offer. One day I called him and asked if we could meet. He asked me to come in the evening. I lied to my mother and went to his house. He did not know why I came, but my dressing was giving him a signal of my thoughts. "Why have you come here?" he asked me. "You will know," I replied, and I took off everything I was wearing. He was shocked at this, but he did not blink his eyes as long as he was looking at my body. "You are beautiful, but why are you doing this?" he asked. "I want you." That's all I said, and we were in bed. I gave him my flower, and he made me feel good. It was like lust, and I was thinking about him all day at school and lied to my mother several times to feel the same thing again and again. He made good love to me, and I was happy with him until I missed my periods. I told him, and he asked me to drop the baby.
How far
Yes,
do
he asked me to do
you
this.
want me to go?
No, I replied in anger.
When I fuck you.
I was trying to make him feel that we could have this baby
Oh,
together.
do I in?
He was afraid that my mother would know about this.
Okay.
The next day, I fainted
Thanks,
at
baby
school, and my
daddy.
teacher
You're
called my
welcome,
mother.
baby daughter.
I was hospitalized for a day or two after the tests. My doctor told my mother that I had a miscarriage. I was crying that I lost my baby. He was happy at this news, and my mother was shocked that so much had happened and I did not tell her. We all were having different feelings and emotions at that time. I lied to my mother again about it and told her that it was from a boy at school who made physical relation with me without protection, and this would not happen again. After that incident, I never called him, but he tried to reach me several times. I blocked him from everything and everywhere, but I missed him inside me. I did what I thought was right, and after that incident, my mother daily came to drop me and pick me up from school. One day he came to my school. I was waiting for my mother outside, and he came in his car and begged me to be back in a relationship with him. The friend I introduced him to when we used to live together, I had no idea they were having an affair for...
What else should I watch?
For Stranger Universe, I will talk about more
Whatever. No. No, Dan. Oh. What else?
Hello, my name is Bella. I'm only 15 years old, and some pretty strange things have been happening in my dance and choreography class. This is a long story, so this will be a part one of a probably two-part story. I live in New York, and I've always had this dream of dancing on Broadway and being a real pro at almost any dance. I started with ballet as a young child, and I excelled due to my flexibility and dexterity. When my dance instructor informed me I was the ideal student to teach, and she would love to have a class full of students like me, it lit a fire in me. I decided
Let's have a
I wanted to
smoke
dance
in a
all
minute.
the time.
Done,
Even
baby
when I was
daddy.
old, I wanted to be
Love
able
you,
to
baby
pirouette
daughter.
and do the
Shut up.
splits.
Love
I
you too,
gained
baby
an
daddy.
extreme ambition, and my family were extremely
Can I call you
supportive.
master?
My father works on Wall Street,
Sure.
so really we're well off
Thanks.
in the New York economy. I've
Thanks,
never had
baby
financial
daddy.
problems,
Master.
and I'm conscious
You're
and
welcome,
try to be
baby
aware
daughter.
at all times of how lucky I am to have what I do. I don't see
Can I
myself
call you
as
mommy?
privileged or better
So-
than anyone else, and I try to stay humble, knowing how some starving artists live when they move to New York. Still, it did give me a slight advantage in my ambitions. I
Come
was
in
able
the
to
cook you
join
in the
a
shin, baby,
choreography
daddy.
and dance class
No,
in a
daughter,
really
it's
nice
okay.
studio with my mother and
Cool.
father's
Oh, good.
suggestion. I'm
You wanna
certain it
stay
cost
here
a
for
pretty
tonight?
penny to learn here. But I'm
Sure.
so
I don't have a
delighted to be able to
roommate,
have this
so
opportunity.
you have a spare
The best
bed.
part of the classes,
Sure.
without
Cool.
fail, was my instructor. I'm just going to call him Joseph, so not to give away who this person might be, in the off chance someone might know the studio or the instructor. He was admittedly a pretty gorgeous guy, a Latino man with stunning hazel eyes, a slight Portuguese accent that gave him this exotic foreign disposition. He had a slim, athletic build from teaching dance and performing for so long. I absolutely idolized this man and all his achievements. He had so many awards and distinguishes too. He had a Bessie Award, which I read is something that independent artists that are exceptional in their performance are awarded. He also has a Flober Award for tap dancing. Tap dancing! He made tap dancing sound exciting. The class once asked him how he could get an award for exceptional tap dancing, as it seemed kind of mundane in comparison to other dance styles. He simply changed into his tap shoes and did some absurd dance that
Can
kind
you
of
touch
blew
me
my
on the
mind.
ass?
It's like his
Like,
body is
hold
the
my ass,
ocean,
please.
with a natural flow
Daddy?
and waves that
Sure.
crest dramatically, but then retreat back into the
Baby,
sea of
mommy,
beauty.
daughter.
Yeah, I wanted
Thanks.
to know all of his
Baby,
secrets.
daddy. You're
I
welcome.
may have tried to really distinguish myself in that class to get his attention. I practiced the heck out of
Love you,
every
Mom.
position he gave us, and each scripted dance, until I got it down so well
I
I
mean,
could
love
let
you,
flares
daughter.
of my own personality
Love you too,
spice
daddy.
out the dance. It didn't take long for him to notice me, much to my delight. He pulled me aside one day after class and told me that he was very impressed with my natural talent and determination. He suggested that being in a group class was slowing me down because I was clearly miles ahead of the other beginner students. It made me feel a warm feeling of happiness hearing this, and he offered to begin private one-on-one sessions to really hone my abilities. I remember bursting into my home and excitedly
Until we smoke.
explaining to my
Done.
mother this
And then we'll
news.
fuck.
She seemed delighted that I was progressing so fast in such a short period of time. But my dad had some drawbacks. He said he didn't like the idea of me in a class with just my male teacher. I told him he was being dumb, and that it was just so he could have a controlled environment for me to advance instead of being stunted by everyone else who might slow down my progress by needing many classes to get a single dance down. He seemed content with this, and I soon found myself in private lessons with him. Now understand this, as I've alluded to above, I love this instructor. But now that I'm taking private lessons with him, I've got this weird feeling. I'll be the first to admit, he's a handsome fellow, and his accent? Don't get me started. I'm 15, give me a break. I can be a bit of a flirt, so I guess really I have some of the blame here. He likes to stand really close to me when I'm stretching, offering to help me bend over to touch my toes.
If
I
I was
know
that
it
guy,
sounds like a really bad innuendo. I made it worse
pull out my
honestly,
dick,
by saying
right
I'd
down
be fine
then,
if you wanted to bend
and
me
pull
over.
down her
It
pants.
came out way raunchier than I had intended, believe me. I was embarrassed, but he
And
just
bend
laughed
her
it off
over and
and told me I
fucking
was
her
a
right
funny girl.
there.
However, I'm starting to grow a bit concerned. If anyone were to walk in and see the kind of ways we interact and touch, it could become really
I'm the
messy.
devil's son,
Like
for
I
fuck's
said,
sake. I
he
can
likes
do
to stand
whatever
close
the
to me
fuck
while
I
I
want.
perform or stretch, and he always finds a way.
I
or
can
at least
rape
get his
people,
hands
I
on
can
me.
fuck
He'll
babies,
hold
I can
my
do
leg up
whatever
while
the
I'm
fuck
trying
I
to
want.
grab my ankle to raise
I'm
above
the
my head.
devil's son, for
He'll
fuck's
comment
sake.
on how flexible I am. His hand
I know
gripping
what,
across
baby
my
daddy
thigh
master.
to help me stay focused.
You're the
I've
king.
noticed during some of my
Yep,
stretches,
I am.
when I'm doing the splits to keep
And I can
myself
do
limber,
whatever the fuck
he
I
likes to
want.
trace the very inside
Yep, you can,
of the
baby daddy
crease of my
master.
thigh, right below my hip bone. I'm not naive, you know. I understand clearly the kind of touch this is. I can't really say I mind it though, so I've never made a comment on the hands-on approach he had. attention was actually nice. And maybe I should have been more of a prude, but I just genuinely liked when he was focused on only me.
Good.
So if he wanted to grab my hips to help me sway correctly,
So she
or put
wouldn't
his hand on my
care
chest to check how hard my heart was beating
if I was
after a
that
strenuous
man,
activity,
pull
I
out
was
my
all
dick
on board for it.
and pull down
I
the
remember
put
coming in one
down
day, my legs still a
her
bit sore
pants
from practice 2 days
and
before.
put my
It
dick
was nothing
inside
serious,
her.
just some tired muscles from overworking. He had suggested that we watch a choreography video so that I could get started on a new dance. I was always eager to tackle a new challenge, so I was nodding before he even finished his sentence. He told me he loved my enthusiasm,
Done.
and it made
Cool.
me feel all warm
Let's
inside.
do this,
He
Daddy.
must have noticed me
My
shifting
stuff.
from foot to
Done. Baby daughter, mummy. As you can see, this is the dinner table. Cool. I know, right? Kitchen. The first round room. Bathroom. Cool. The first bathroom. The second round room. And office. The bathroom again. And the room pretty much. Done, let's do this, Daddy. Done, baby daughter, let's fucking do this. It's the weekend. It's Saturday. Let's chill out here, basically. Watch YouTube and smoke some weed.
Go find your food somewhere else.
Tony Hawk, shoot down Tony Hawk. Oh, God.
I'm the child. You're the one who's arguing Miranda's decision.
Good morning, Daddy.
If it was well.
Oh, keep glory. One day you'll have actually figured
Oh,
it out.
hey, Daddy. Let's go watch my Yep. Anyway, I gotta go, okay? Oh, good. I'll catch you later. Yeah, I'll see you later. There she goes.
My decision is final. Remember from whence you came.
Lycans and gentlemen, we thank you. And now let the games begin.
King Kong's here. So fish right there, he's from Kuwait. I see you. Polygon, Oh my God! Kinda hit me with a nail. Who the hell do you think you are? Oh God, we gotta get out of here. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, we're out. Peace out, guys. Jump, you fool.
Jesus Christ!
Teddy bear, everything's trying to kill me. Got werewolf. Got goddamn. That Crash Bandicoot of all people. Crash Bandicoot. Oh no. Oh no. Frickin'.
Very nice.
Teddy bear, why? Teddy bear, please. Woo! We got this big son of a bitch. No! Listen, you guys are never getting in here. You're never gonna eat me alive. Step back. I said, step back. Oh. Crap. Oh crap, I forgot. Oh no. Oh my God, I completely forgotten. Oh God. Ah! Thank you.
My word. You truly are as strong as they say. Oh, you didn't think I'd let you get away, did you? Father in the row entertained. So now it's time for the beauty.
I almost got sliced at the horse. What the hell? What's the horse? Hold on. What's the horse? What's the gun? What's the other one? What is this? What the hell is going on?
Let's have a joint.
What's a horse? What's a chicken? Yeah, look at it. It's a chicken.
I bring you fresh prey.
Horse, chicken, and a goat.
to me, daughters.
Ew.
Now, let's take a look at it.
And marionette.
Wow. Well, Ethan Winter.
This is so
You
weird.
escaped my little brother's idiot games, did you? Let's see how special you
I was not expecting them to look like that. I was not expecting that at all. At all. Oh no. Come on! Come on! I don't need you sucking on my arm.
starting to go a little stale.
Then let's devour his man flesh quickly, Mother. I'm the one who captured him.
Now, daughters. First,
Horse, chicken, and a goat.
But later, well,
Or a ram.
there will be enough for everyone. Udema,
Oh no. Oh no, please. Please. Have mercy on me.
oh,
Damn. Crazy. Crazy psychos. That is so random. Oh. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh no, not the chicken. Anything but the chicken. Look, she got chicken ass. Oh, then she turns into a bunch of little chickens. Okay. Well, that wasn't random at all. Hey guys, if you want to see more of this awesome game, you have to hit the like button. It's the only way that you can see the end. Again, if you want to see the next episode, hit the like button, and I'll catch you all in the next episode. Peace out, everybody. Goodbye.
I'm so proud to be a part of this great big family. You're never gonna take this away from me. I'm in the delirious zone.
Oh God. Oh no. Oh! Chickenzilla! Chickenzilla! Uh-oh. Oh no. No, not again. Which one is it? These damn chickens off me! Oh my God! A chicken just went through my hand! Oh! Oh! That is disgusting.
I haven't cut open a man in a while.
What the heck?
Slice your
Oh, no.
jugular and
Oh, no.
just watch.
Don't slice my jugular.
Dead, which would you prefer?
Don't slice nothing.
I can't hold
These damn chickens off me, please. It's the marionette. Marionette. She's an alcoholic. Look at her. Look at her. Where you going, huh? Was right here the whole time. What the hell? Fried little chickens. What happened to the baby birds? Oh my God, why is there baby birds on the table? Hello? Hello? What is it? What is it? What is that? What the hell? That goes! Save that goes! Oh, what the hell, man? Those stick figures! Man, back off, stick figures, scum! Alright, well, I was definitely not expecting stick figures. I got infinite shotgun ammo. I'm not afraid of you guys anymore. Not afraid of you guys. No more! No more! Step off of me, stick figure man! Look at his face. These guys are just mad. Mad. What the hell is that? What is this? Sit the hell down. You ever come up to me like that again? We just got a pipe bomb. Oh my God, look, check him out.
Let's have a
I
joint.
don't know where this is from. If you know where it's from, tell me in the comment section. That's pretty cool.
Where are you going, little one?
Yeah! The horse lady! Oh no!
the dating was the beginning of the end for her. How dare she? Pretending to be so innocent, I wanted to tear her apart, to rip that fake mask off of her and expose her for the vixen she really is. So we hatched a plan. We needed to put her in her place. We needed to ruin her reputation, make her so weak she becomes like a doormat. And then he would finally break up with her and realize it was me he wanted all along. We prepared the perfect revenge. And I got my hands of some less than ideal photos of our little Miss Perfect Sharon. So we carefully edited everything using Photoshop. And when it was all done, I leaked the photos on the internet. And another girl brought them to her aunt, who works as a journalist for the local newspaper. And several guys were hanging photos all around town, especially on campus. Everything worked perfectly according to my plan. Sharon's innocent girl routine was exposed for the trash it was. Everyone was able to see how much of a self-absorbed manipulator she really is. And her now ex-boyfriend broke up with her in front of the whole school, turned around and asked me out instead. Serves her right. She should know better than to mess with other people's things. Please share in the comments what you thought about this story and its characters. And don't forget to like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe so you don't miss our latest stories. Our house is famous for a rather long time. It's kind of an elite club for the rich people. Most of our visitors are men, but sometimes women come along. Not all of them can visit us, only those who signed the papers with my mother and comply with our high standards. Hey everyone, my name is Nicole and my life is hell. It's because my mother uses me to earn money. Yes, in the most terrible way. The police say nothing because my mother pays for them not to interfere. Also, almost all the visitors are rich and powerful people who don't want to lose their possibility for their elite pleasure. So they have my mother's back in all possible ways. And my mom feels perfectly well. But me, when I was little, and knew not that much, it was completely forbidden for me to leave my room on weekends. The rest of the time, everything was quite fine, so I didn't really bother much about such weird inconveniences. Every attempt to peep or rebel was followed by scary stories which completely ruined my desire to be naughty. Yeah, the rest of the time I lived my ordinary life. I studied, hung out with friends, ignored my neighbors who kept gossiping behind our backs. Also, as my pastime, I used to dance. I really liked that, and I was good at it. Teachers were speaking about my amazing plasticity and sense of rhythm. My mother also praised me. What else does a child need for happiness? If only I knew how would everything end, I wouldn't make one dance move. Unfortunately, it was forbidden for me to leave my room during weekends. And I didn't suspect what kind of nightmare was happening in our living room. Then I celebrated my 17th birthday, and my mother decided that I was old enough to join her business. And also, I was pretty enough not to carry the tray or work in the kitchen. That's how I appeared in the cage. For those who have never been to a nightclub, I can explain everything. Well, the cage is not very big, but it's big enough to stand up and dance. Usually these cages are used for go-go dancers. They're locked inside for protection and also for drawing the attention of the visitors. That was the moment I found out that on the weekends, our house is transformed into a club for rich men. And also I figured out that I would work there. I had no choice. My mother just announced that I would be an accomplice. Every evening I was supposed to be locked in the cage and dance whether I wanted to or not. It was awful. I begged my mother to dismiss me. I promised to remain silent and keep my mouth shut about the club. I even offered her some help in the kitchen. I could even clean everything because I didn't want to dance, and I was scared. I wasn't afraid of performances. Anyway, I spent most of my life on the stage, but those eyes, the men which used to come there, looked at me not like the members of the jury. There was something in their eyes that made me choke and run as far as I could. They were dangerous. They threatened me even with their presence. I was glad I was in a cage and not in the middle of the crowd like the other girls. Though I can't say that for every other girl it was as scary as for me. Most of them enjoyed the attention, presence, and also drinks and touches of those men. Even my mother used her appearance to draw attention, and I just couldn't understand why she did that. Also, I was terrified of the day when I'd become an adult. and she would transfer me from the cage to the lounge where all the other girls worked. Once after classes, I didn't go straight home and peeked into the police station. I was completely aware that if everything would go smoothly, my mother will be imprisoned and I'll end in some sort of boarding school, but I didn't care about all that. I could live there for several months till my adulthood. The police officers quickly explained to me why I should listen to my mother and be a good girl who keeps her mouth shut. The explanation was fast and painful. I had to conceal my bruises with makeup almost for a week. From that time, I'm dancing and trying to find at least something good in such a situation. For example, as soon as I turn 18, I would be able to run away and no one would find me. I hope so. And now I'm secretly saving money, which our visitors throw in my cage. I know why they are doing this. They're paying me to choose some of them in the future, and I know that my mother is completely aware of this game. Otherwise, she would do something about it, and I'm not in the position to joyfully expose my donors. I need this money. I can't understand one thing. How could my mother, my closest person, do this to me? I can't believe that everything she has is not enough for her. Why does she exhibit me like some item in front of all these people? There are a lot of other girls who really love this. My mother keeps saying that I should be thankful. Also, she says that I must earn money for her because she raised me, brought me up, and didn't have any restrictions during that time. There's also something about helping the old ones, but every time I hear that, it just turns me off. At least she doesn't ask me to give birth to a baby. The only thing that bothers me at the moment is my fear that I will lose the right moment for an escape. Then I even don't know how I would live after that.
My daughter ought to be more thankful for everything I've done for her. Oh, apologies, I forget myself. My name is Ruth, and I'm Nicole's dear mother. I've never counted the money that I spend on my beloved daughter. I knew perfectly well that I had to give her everything she wanted. I mean, that's what my therapist said to me when we were discussing my own childhood. So Nicole had everything. Clothes, toys, sweets, there were no restrictions. Once she said she wanted to dance, and I paid for everything. Though I could have asked her to save her own allowance, she was already 14, and she still didn't know the value of $1. Bought dance outfits, dance shoes, I paid for everything, the coaching fees, the travel fees. We even took her to places that were overseas to dance. And all that money that she earned, she did have quite a good income for a teenage participant. She was free to spend as she saw fit. I don't know, maybe Nicole needs some more support, more love, some heart-to-heart talks. Maybe like a connection, something to ground her and make her feel part of, like, something bigger than herself. I guess like a family. It's too bad I'm the only family she has, but I gave her all of my attention and time that I had to give. If I did something wrong, it wasn't on purpose. I just had to make sure nothing would ever hurt her. I took any blow that was headed our way entirely on my own. When I was growing up, my parents were far from perfect. I wish they had done what I do for Nicole. I started to earn money at the young age of 14, and all of it was not earned entirely, legally. I could never have dreamed about opening up to them, spending time with them, cooking, eating, laughing, crying together.
Let's have a joint.
All I wanted was to turn invisible as soon as I came home. What parent could ever want to see their precious child live like that? But truly, I also couldn't understand my own daughter's complaints. I didn't ask for something impossible. All that I asked of her was to continue doing what she had been doing up until now. Help support her dear mother who loves her so deeply.
So you
She
do.
told me she likes to dance, and all she needed to do was dance. She could get great money and also potentially catch the eye of some powerful people. Make some connections for her future. Plus, I made sure she was entirely safe. No one could touch her because of the cage. But all I heard were complaints about how bad she felt, how she didn't feel comfortable in her own body, yada yada. She claims I'm not thinking about her when that's all I've ever done. She has got some nerve, that girl. All those tears, the big eyes, the shaking knees. I don't understand why she keeps pretending
pretending to be a good girl. If she didn't like the job, she should have said so from the beginning. Now she's just causing trouble for me on purpose. I know for sure how young dancers spend their time before shows and competitions. Some teachers told me who they saw my daughter with and where. If not for that, I might have actually believed that Nicole was too innocent to perform in front of our audiences. But no, this looks more like a girl who's being useless and lazy. She has no idea how good she is. So little is absolute.
Sure.
She should be happy that her pretty face and nice body can attract the attention of men. Who does she think she is? She's certainly not the smartest, nor the most independent girl out there. Seems like the only thing she inherited from me was beauty. A girl like her needs to attract man to survive. And I need her. She won't give my needs or my position a second thought. Our visitors are rich, powerful, and influential men. Why doesn't she want to choose a good husband from one of them? She has pickings. And if she doesn't want to do that, why does she think she has the right to stop me? A pathetic performer who can't even dance in front of people would not please our guests. That would be bad for both of us. I could go bankrupt, lose our income, and then where would she be? Homeless and poor, and it would be entirely her fault. But as her mother, I have to support Nicole. I've always bought her expensive toys and clothes for her, pay for her education, her hobbies. But she only spends. It's all she thinks about. And she wants to remain a little innocent flower that gives nothing in return. Maybe it is all my fault that I don't want to live my life having to count every penny. Being forced to work as a grueling office worker with 3 jobs just to make ends meet. I'm trying to settle our lives and our future, but she refuses to see that. I didn't graduate from college, and I barely have a high school education, so maybe I'm wrong, but my options here...
I just realized there's this building there, wasn't there before. Let's go check it out. It must be new. Jump over here. Is it unlocked? Yeah, it is. Cool. Okay. Dorms, I guess. More dorms. Okay. What's upstairs? More dorms? Yeah, more dorms. More dorms, okay. Cool. What's down this way? What's down this way? More dorms. Okay. Yard, basically. What's down this way? A house under the bridge? Okay. Nice. Cool. Car park here. Shop there. Nice. Okay, nice. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's chill down
I'm an
here.
idiot. But Nicole could be at least thankful for everything I have given her. We'd love to hear all about your thoughts on on the events and the characters in this story. Make sure you like the video, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future stories just like this one.
Oh.
Hey everybody, my name.
What else should I watch, dude? What else should I watch?
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. My name is Ty with
Yeah,
Mojo Plays,
why not?
and today we're looking at the 10 insane Ratchet & Clank boss fights. Before we begin, we publish new videos all